dia, Culers. Welcome back to another Culers Corner. We are here in Las Vegas, United States for USA Summer Tour. And today we play El Clásico, the highly anticipated match against Real Madrid. And we're going to give you all the details. We're going to dive into this match. But before we do that, let me introduce who's sitting right next to me in the beautiful home kit, Mike Tull. New member, new guest on the show. Never been on the Culers Corner.
First time ever, and what a time. Ahead of El Clásico in the United States.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one, a showdown in Las Vegas.
It's going to be a great showdown. We're so excited. But before we get into all of that, we want to ask you guys, where are you guys watching Culers Corner from? Drop it on the live chat. We are live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Twitch. We're going to be reading the live chats on all of our channels. So drop down your flags of where you guys are watching us from. Like I said, we're talking to you guys from Las Vegas, Nevada. But I'm sure there's so many Culers from all around the world. So drop down your flags. Mike, what are you seeing on your live chat?
It's going so fast, I can almost not read.
It's crazy. I don't
the
think
messages.
I don't remember having this many Culers like this.
Here we go.
Insane.
Morocco.
Morocco. We're in Morocco.
Fadi from Morocco.
I'm seeing Mexico as well. A lot of people from the United States as well. And I have to say, Mike, there's been so many Culers here in the U.S. I'm blown away by all the support that they are constantly showing to the players. And they travel so many long distances to get to see these players in action. Even if it's just for like 5 minutes to get a signature, it just shows how much support how much love they have for our club. And it's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, all the way out here, almost on the West Coast. And I ran into a bunch of Barça fans, 4 guys in the elevator, and they said they were going to the game. And I said, well, where are you guys coming from? And they said, Iowa. And I was like, man,
guys.
that's a long way.
It's like the middle of the USA, and they came all the way to Las Vegas.
Yeah, they flew though, but still.
All right, sorry guys, technical issues here in Las Vegas.
So Kolkata,
we should
India.
be back now.
India, I've seen Uzbekistan, Washington, D.C., all over the place. But Canada, France, Chris
Ireland,
from Poland.
Arizona. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of comments saying that there's no audio. Mike, can you confirm that? Okay, awesome. So we're seeing Morocco, Canada, Indonesia, Italia, so many different countries. Thanks guys so much for tuning in. We love to see all the different flags
Incredibly,
on the
more
live chat.
people than normal from Poland. I wonder why that is.
Great segue into what we're going to talk right about now, and that is Robert Lewandowski, a new Barca player. It's like saying it feels so surreal that Robert Lewandowski is now a Barca player. I think one of the best strikers in the game right now.
No. The best striker in the game. But just go straight out on a limb there.
We're just so happy to have him with the team. Before we kind of show you guys the footage that we have of his first couple hours and days here with the team in the USA, I want to ask you guys, how would you describe Robert Lewandowski? Leave it down in the live chat. You guys can use one word, multiple words, an emoji. Leave it down below. We're reading you guys live on the live chat. So drop it down below. And I also want to say, the live chat is moving so fast, and I love to see all the messages. So keep it going, guys. What are you seeing from Lewandowski?
I'm seeing a lot of people telling us where they're coming from. So waiting for Lewandowski. There we go. GOAT. The first one I see.
Best of the best. Ethan Yuram is saying best of the best. Beymar is saying Balón de Oro. I like these. Farouk is saying goal machine. I like what we use in our socials. We use Lewandowski. Lewandowski was really good too.
Well, we used two. We used Lewandowski and Lewandowski.
And Goldski because of the gold kit.
Because of the gold kit and the back-to-back golden shoes.
For sure.
Which we came out with a nice graphic for.
I'm seeing Zufri saying Levy is a legend. I like this. XK Gaming is saying Lewandowski. That's amazing.
The Machine. Siraj Gurdon, the Machine. I like that one. I think we've used that one on social media because when he's doing training and doing push-ups on his fists,
yeah,
he looks like he's like a robot. He's like tireless.
And I have to say, at the last training session, or 2 training sessions ago, they were having a push-up competition of who could do more push-ups, and Lewandowski was amazing.
Ansu Fati and Araujo were out on the pitch, and they had seen the video of Lewandowski doing the push-ups the day before on our social media channels, and so they were out there challenging him, and they were all trying to do them, and they did like 20, 30, 40, and then they goaded Lewandowski on to do the push-ups again, and he did like 50.
He's incredible.
Without even breaking a sweat in 104-degree heat.
Yeah, it's very, very hot here, guys. But we're going to get into that later. Let's see if we can get some images and footage of Lewandowski's first hours and days with the team. Let's see if we can get that on screen. But he arrived, so we arrived to the USA. Our first stop was in Miami, Florida. We arrived on Saturday. And then the following day is when Lewandowski arrived. He arrived on Sunday.
Right, Sunday afternoon, local
exactly.
time.
And then he met his teammates for the first time at the dinner that the players were having. And just that interaction with the players, hugging him, was what everyone wanted to see, what everyone was waiting for. And you have to say, Alba and Lewandowski have a great relationship. They seem like they've already clicked. They've played together in Dortmund.
Right.
So I'm excited to see that connection and that spark on the field.
Yeah, and the best thing to see about all that is how natural it looked when he came into the dining room and was just hugging everybody.
Yeah.
And they just welcomed him immediately right into the fold of the team. And I think chemistry-wise, it looks like it's going to be a great fit. And seeing him interacting and training with the players out on the pitch the last couple of days, it looks like he's getting along really well with the teammates already.
I love it. Look at this images right here. This is when we took him to a beach in Miami, a very private beach, just like very surreal stuff that we did. And we filmed our announcement video here. If you guys haven't seen it, you like to call it the Baywatch video. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead to our social media. It's all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. It's everywhere. And you guys can check out the announcement video, plus so many other content we've posted about our new striker, Robert Lewandowski. But amazing footage. So many fans waiting outside of the hotel in Miami to get a glimpse of our new player, looking great in the Blaugrana colors.
Yeah.
I love the badge on his chest.
And it's like, why shouldn't it be like that? Because even Pedri said yesterday, and Nico said the day before, when they were speaking, that there are a lot of good players that have come into the team, and with Lewandowski especially, it just takes things to another level, because we're talking about the current 2-time holder of the Golden Shoe, won the last 2 Golden Shoes. He was the FIFA World's Best Player, and arguably the best striker in the game, or one of the top couple of strikers in the game over the last decade in all of Europe. And now he comes into this team, and everybody is brimming with optimism, to say the least.
It's amazing. Guys, we want to ask you from 1 to 10 how you would rate this signing. I'm sure that all of it's going to be over 10, obviously. I'm going to leave mine. I'm going to leave mine, and I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to say 15. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going above and beyond. I'm going to say 15 to rate the signing. What are they saying on the live chat, Mike?
I am still looking for ratings.
Okay, I'm getting some.
Infinity,
I love that. Udipta Sakia is saying 10. Sean Duarte is saying 10. Shot Records TV is saying 10. Diego Rodriguez is saying 100. Vivek Yadav is saying 10. Hyper Satoru is saying 50.
Kevin Ajigbe, 15.
I don't see any number lower than 10. Like, you won't find it, because
Suhoy, 4-0.
I just love the live chat right now. It's like a million. There's so many huge numbers right now in the live chat. You love to see it. But yeah, the signing of Lewandowski has been
a million.
So incredible. A million. So do you want to go over kind of like his first couple of days here in Miami? He had some gym work. First, he didn't train directly with the team. He had some separate work at the gym, and then he incorporated later with the group. And the images of that have also been incredible. Yesterday, we saw him just juggling with the ball with, I think it was Ferran, Pedri, Eric, and you just love to see, like, it's just so surreal when you see images like that. But if you want to go over his first couple of days and what he's been up to.
Yeah, so he arrived on Sunday, as we were saying, Sunday afternoon local time.
Yeah.
On Monday morning, he did his medical in Florida. passed out with flying colors. Of course, the guy is in super shape.
Super.
You can just tell by looking at the pictures. And then on Monday, he trained by himself. On Tuesday, the team had the open training session in Miami. He did not go out on the field with the team. He was in the gym by himself. But then on Tuesday, that was on Monday. On Tuesday, when we played the game against Inter Miami, he came out and trained for the first time
the
in
fans
public.
went crazy. The fans went crazy.
But before the game, before the players came out to warm up for the game, he was out shooting on goal against Arnau Tenas and Iñaki Peña for a little while, and the fans were going nuts. The ones that got in early enough to see him got to see him out there doing individual drills, and then he trained with the team the next day, and he's been training with the team here, and it looks extremely natural. He's technically very, very gifted. Everybody thinks of him as a guy who likes to camp out in the box and just put the ball in the net, but we've seen him in the rondos. We've seen him
he's very technical,
keeping the ball up in the air with guys like Pedri and Ferran Torres, and he holds his own, and he's very, very good with his feet.
Definitely.
Soft, feathery touch. He can settle the ball from almost any position and any height, both with his chest, with his foot. He's a joy to watch. Incredible.
He is for sure. And the day after, if I remember correctly, it was a Wednesday. I'm sorry, not the day. It was Wednesday we announced we had the presentation.
Right,
correct?
on Wednesday morning in Miami time. It was
Yes.
Wednesday evening in Spain,
In Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah, we want to know how many of you guys got to watch that presentation live, because usually the hours are obviously different when we present our players in Barcelona. Leave a 1 if you guys saw this presentation live. Leave a 2 if you didn't. But if you guys didn't, it's right on your screens right now. President Joan Laporta making it official with Robert Lewandowski, our brand new signing, our 4th signing of this new season. Remember that we have signed Kessié, Christensen, Rafinha, and now we have the one, the only, Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Leave a 1, guys, if you saw this presentation live.
It was a good time to have it, actually. For us, it was extremely hot out. It was at 12 midday in Miami. So it was 6 p.m. Central European summertime. So pretty much everybody in Europe and Asia would have a good chance to watch that at a reasonable hour.
Yes.
Because if we did something like that in the evening in Miami,
it would have been difficult for
it would have been very, very late at night in
but
Europe.
I'm seeing a lot of 1s. Look, Melvin Guerrera saying 1. Let's see, Sugdo Paul is saying I watched that. Deepshin Das is saying 1. KO4 is saying I won. Fadi, I watched it. I love you guys from wherever you are in the world. Always connected so much to our socials, making sure you guys don't miss a single thing. But yeah, this was our Miami trip with Lewandowski arriving the day after. It was very intense, but very, very fun.
Yeah, and a very successful trip indeed, because we made it there on Saturday night. There was a lot of anticipation going into the game against Inter Miami. People didn't know what to expect. Okay, it's a friendly. We were playing without Lewandowski, not suited up yet, not even announced yet at that point.
Yeah.
Xavi wasn't there. His brother was managing the team, but we scored 6 goals.
6 guys, all from different goal scorers.
And it was very successful. And we capped off the Miami trip basically with this Lewandowski presentation on Wednesday, which was the last big thing before
heading
coming
to
here
Las
to
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Yeah.
So speaking about Inter Miami, let's get the highlights on the screen. Like you said, 6 goals, and that was not counting Lewandowski. That was not counting Xavi on the sidelines guiding the team. And we got 6 goals back of the net, and it was they were quality goals.
Yeah, all 6 were bona fide, highlight reel,
there we go.
worthy goals.
So the first one here was from Aubameyang. Great goal. And I have to highlight, of course, Kessié. For me, I think he was man of the match. I thought he was the anchor in the midfield, and he helped out so much in regaining possession, in distributing the ball. I thought he did an amazing job. And Rafinha made his debut, and it was a special one because he not only made his debut, but he scored, and he made 2 assists in the first 45 minutes. So hats off to you, Rafinha.
Yeah, Rafinha had an incredible game, and everybody's really excited for him because he just dominated on the ball. Inter Miami had absolutely no answer for Rafinha. There's his shot right there. Just a volley from the opposite side on a great assist from Alejandro Balde.
Yes.
From the far side. Another youngster showing promise. There's the the cross from the far side, and Rafinha just puts it inside the far post. That was the second goal. That was 2-0. And then here, Ansu Fati with a screamer from just inside the area. When I watched that one, I watched that one from inside the press box, and I had just looked up from sending out a tweet,
and another goal.
I was like, oh, and like everybody started looking at me like, what just happened? Like, boom.
I love it.
Big goal from Ansu just before halftime to make it 3-0. And it was basically Barca never looked back. And right after the break, Gavi punches one in off the corner kick. Top bins, as they say, or top shelf. Another highlight reel goal.
This one that's coming up is my personal favorite from Memphis Depay. He does like a nice little turnaround, and he just smokes the defender. We want to know, guys. I'm sure you guys have seen this video because we went crazy on social media with this goal.
I mean, he just left that defender in the dust. And an absolutely spectacular move by Memphis, and all alone and on goal. Everybody was talking about that, and that was one of the most watched videos that we were able to put on social media for the highlight clips.
Look at that. It's just so like delicious to watch.
He like faked out the camera
appealing.
Because it was a double fake, and then he went the other way.
And this was the last goal, the 6th goal by Ousmane Dembélé.
Newly renewed.
Newly renewed for 2 more years.
Newly renewed, came on in the second half and just breezed through the Inter defense and put that one into the net.
Well, now that you guys have seen all 6 goals, which one was your absolute favorite one? Either we had Alba, Rafinha, Dembélé, Memphis, Gavi, and I'm missing one more, and Ansu.
Right.
So drop down the names of the players that you guys think was the best goal.
It's a hard choice.
It's a hard choice. I'm going to say Memphis.
4 or 5 of them were amazing.
I'm going to say Memphis because I just love the skill before the goal. For me, the skill was just so delicious.
I'm thinking about like goal probability. The Memphis one was an amazing move to get past that defender, and then he just had to beat the goalkeeper. So the move was spectacular. Probably difficulty-wise, the first time touch from Rafinha at the far post, just with the inside of his foot, going back across the goal, not to the goalkeeper. Probably for me was the most difficult goal to have been scored on the evening, and the one from Ansu, just blasting it from the edge of the area, long range goal. That was pretty amazing.
I'm seeing a lot of them saying Memphis. Ularo Colade is saying Memphis. Arian is saying Memphis. Saloa Sabri is saying Ansu Fati. Aicha Kalita is saying Rafinha. Junior is saying Dembele. What did you say your favorite was? Zelendo is saying Ansu Fati's ball is for me.
I can't choose.
You have to say one.
I have to say one. I'm just going to say probably the one from Rafinha. Rafinha's goal, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was very, very difficult. A long cross, and he just put it in and went back the opposite direction. It's very difficult to do that on the timing.
Yeah.
To get that, to hit it just right, just technically perfect. Anywhere else on his foot that ball hits, it's probably off target.
Totally.
And or an easy save by the goalkeeper. So hope to see more of that from Rafinha. And the 2 assists to boot.
Yeah, I know. It was incredible. Guys, I think I mentioned that it was Kessia's debut, and I got it wrong. It was Christensen's debut. Kessia played in Culers. My bad. It was Rafinha and Christensen who made their debut, and Rafinha got the goal and the 2 assists.
But not to take anything away from Kessia, because he was outstanding in the game against Inter Miami as well.
Yes, and guys, a lot of you guys are saying on the live chat, there's so many people walking behind you. We're currently...
say hi to our friends from Peña
Blaugrana,
Los Angeles.
Look at that. We got some Barça fans here from the Peña Blaugrana in Los Angeles. Go for it, yeah.
Saludos, amigos. Hey, guys. Peña Blaugrana, Los Angeles.
What's your prediction for the Clásico?
I'm going to say 5-2.
5-2?
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to score?
I think Alba. Fati.
Ansu Fati?
Let me see.
Lewandowski? That's going to be a good one. Ferran Torres, maybe?
Possibly.
Yeah?
Possibly.
I like your prediction. 5-2.
Although Rafinha and Dembele, I think they're gonna blow it up on that right side.
I think so too. We'll see what happens.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks. Bye. I loved it. Culers from the Peña Blaugrana in Los Angeles. I'm assuming they traveled to Las Vegas for this Clásico match.
Yeah, sure.
A 3-hour
short
drive.
Trip.
Yeah, it's
That's
not that bad.
That's a bold prediction, though.
That's
5-2.
a bold prediction. But I have to say, we've only played one Clásico in the USA, and that was back in 2017 in Miami.
Right.
And that ended in a win, in a 3-2 win. So, and it was a lot of goals. So maybe tonight we can expect some more goals. And I'm hoping we can get something similar to his predictions. We're not going to ask you your predictions yet because we're going to save that for a little bit further down the show. But you said your favorite goal was Ansu Fati from the game.
The Inter Miami game.
Yeah.
Rafinha, the goal that made it 2-0.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, let's now change gears and go straight into El Clásico talk. We're going to give you guys all the build-up. So yesterday was the final training session with the entire team on the pitch. They had a gym session in the morning at the hotel, and then in the afternoon around 8 p.m. I think it was, they had their last training session. This morning they had all the activation session they always have in the morning at their hotel, and then we'll be heading over to the stadium in the afternoon, and we're excited for the game to start. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and it's indoor. It's in a dome stadium. So
it's
the
an
weather,
amazing stadium.
Yeah, it's amazing. Allegiant Stadium here. The Las Vegas Raiders play there. It's only 2 years old.
It was built in 40 months, guys, and it's worth $1.9 billion. So the fact that they built it so fast, and it's going to be the home of the Super Bowl in 2024.
Right.
So I'm expecting an incredible atmosphere. And I want to know who will be going to this game. None of us have been to this Allegiant Stadium before. Leave a 1 if you guys are going to the game. We want to know because we would love to see. The more Culers, the better. Let's see what they're saying on the live. So what were you going to say about the game?
I was going to say about the game that it's going to be interesting because it's played in a dome stadium, and we've been training outside in the heat and the humidity of Miami, where it was 95 degrees Fahrenheit. It was 38 degrees Celsius or something like that, and incredible humidity. The players were pouring sweat. Yeah. We came here to Las Vegas hoping for a bit of a respite, and absolutely not. The first afternoon, standing in the shade, waiting for the players' bus to arrive, and then when the sun came down, it was still 104 degrees Fahrenheit at 8:30 or 8 o'clock in the evening here in Vegas on Thursday night.
Very hot.
Which is 40, what they say, it was 44 degrees.
44 degrees Celsius.
44 degrees Celsius. Right now, it's cloudy outside. There's no sun.
But we're still
and
sweating.
It's still 100 degrees. I'm not sweating. No, not sweating at all. Ready for this game, not sweating about it at all. But it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 38 degrees Celsius outside in the shade. Now, you take all that into account. The game is going to be played in a climate-controlled atmosphere with air conditioning. And so my guess is that the players are going to be faster than usual, that the game is going to be 100%. With a good pace.
That's true.
They're not going to be dying of heat. I don't know about whether they're going to have a water break for this one.
Yeah.
Because, frankly, they're not going to need it because it's not going to be ridiculously hot outside. They're not going to have the sun right on them. I expect both teams to go out there to give 110% as always, as it's a Clásico. There's no such thing as a friendly El Clásico. Sorry,
never.
As you were going to say.
No. I completely agree with you, and I think it's going to definitely help us even more because we've been working out in such difficult conditions that because this is going to be a much better place to play, we're going to see them much faster.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
The weather is essentially a non-factor for the game.
That.
It's been a factor for all the training sessions, and now for the game, I think that the players they're not going to get tired as quickly. We'll probably see a first 45 minutes of all or most of the starters. We'll see that's usually what happens in these preseason games. Of course, we still don't know who's going to be playing, but I don't expect anybody to be dragging their feet at 45 minutes.
No.
And then, obviously, who knows what's going to happen in the second half. Remember back in 2017, all the top flight starters were on the field for that game. And then in the second half, they emptied the benches as always. Yeah. But because it's a Clásico, the subs for Barça and the subs for Real Madrid, they don't take their foot off the gas. They play like it's a league game, like it's a Champions League game. It's pure pride.
It's the rivalry.
It's Blaugrana against the Whites.
Yeah.
It's going to be a show, and actually, that's one of the great things about El Clásico is that it doesn't matter what competition it's in; it's always top notch, and even for friendlies. And I think that's great for football, soccer in general, and especially in the United States, that they can bring the Clásico, because I think the Clásico friendly is just as good as a Liga Clásico. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Was anybody here? Did they see the Clásico in Miami?
In 2017 Miami. We're going to ask that question right after this, but I want to answer the question, the answers I got from asking who will be at the match today at the Legion Stadium. Our channel, FC Barcelona, went crazy and put a whole bunch of ones because we will obviously be there. We'll be covering all the good stuff that you guys want to see on our social, so make sure you guys tune in. And a lot of other people put 11111. So many of you guys coming to the game. We love to see it. And someone else asked, when will it start? Isana Raza said, when will it start? It's a strange time. It starts at 8:06 p.m. Do you think is that a thing here in the USA? I didn't really know that. I think the show starts.
A lot of times they start games like at 7:05, 8:05. I think just to give like some extra margin and for television reasons. Why 8:06? Not really sure. The Super Bowl always starts at like 9:16 or 8:16 or something like that.
I think it's because the show starts at like 8 and the time they kick the ball, it's 8:06. I think that's how it's gonna go. We'll see how it goes.
And we'll see if it actually starts at 8:06 on the dot. Because if it doesn't.
Yeah. We're seeing lots of more ones. Melvin Guevara won. Gabriel Otas Ruiz won. Are you gonna be there at the match?
I'm gonna be there at the match.
Leave a 1 on the live chat. leave a 1 on Mike Toll's gonna leave a 1. I'm gonna leave a whole bunch of 1s too, guys. Look at that.
There we go.
Do you see the 1s? Boom. Lots of 1s. We will be there. We'll make sure to cover everything for you guys. And the louder the Culers are at the Allegiant Stadium, the better. We want to win this match. There's no such thing as a friendly Clásico, like you said. So we're looking forward to this game. Like I said, at 8:06 p.m. local time here in Nevada. And what a place to play this game. Like, knowing that the Clásico is such a huge game, for me, the biggest game in the world. And to play in a place like Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's all about the show and the spectacle, I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, the entertainment capital of the world.
Exactly.
People come here all over to go to the casinos, to see shows, magicians, David Copperfield. Back in the day, they would come here to see Frank Sinatra and see some of the great singers, of course, concerts all the time, headliners, but they've never had an El Clasico. So this is going to be an extravaganza, something that they've never seen before in this town live here. And I think it actually fits right in. And it was a great idea to hold an El Clasico here in Las Vegas because it just fits with what the city is here for.
For sure. Gabriela Ruiz is saying, what is the schedule for today? Like I said, this morning the players had an activation session at their hotel. And then they're going to rest, get some lunch, and get a quick bite before they head over to the Allegiant Stadium. I think about 2 hours before the game for El Clásico. Now, this will be Lewandowski's first ever Clásico and first ever match if he ends up playing tonight against Real Madrid. So how excited are you? Live chat. Drop an emoji to describe your excitement if Lewandowski does indeed play. It'll be his first ever Barça game. Obviously, not an official game, a friendly pre-season match, but it's El Clásico nonetheless. So how excited you guys are? Drop an emoji to describe it. How would you describe it?
I mean, it is, at this point, it's still a big if. We don't know whether or not he will play, but if he does, it'll be pretty fitting that the newest signing, the big gun, the golden shoe holder, will make his debut unofficially at that against Real Madrid in the United States. And it just brings a lot more eyeballs onto the game, which is fantastic. And it'll be great to see him up there, up top, if he gets in. Yeah, to try and put the ball in the net.
Carlos Ibero is asking, what time is it in Las Vegas right now? What time is it? Show them the time.
It is 11:03.
11:03, guys.
A.M.
11:03. We just had our breakfast.
Right.
We're doing the Culers Corner to be able to connect and engage as much with all the Culers around the world, and then we're gonna head back to our rooms, do some more, prepare for the match, and then head over to the stadium.
Yep, it's 9 hours. It's Pacific Daylight Time, so we're 9 hours earlier than Central European Summertime in Barcelona.
Yeah. So I asked guys to drop an emoji to describe Lewandowski if he ends up, or your emotions if he ends up playing his first ever Barça game and his first ever Clásico. And I'm getting lots of emojis: heart eyes, star eyes, fire emojis. You drop an emoji, Mike. Let's do something original. Let's both drop an emoji and make it very original. I'm gonna do. We're thinking it. We wanted to make.
I got mine.
Okay, show it to the camera.
It's up there. Whoa. Can they see that? Is that too close?
Let's see. Yeah, they can see it, right?
I think I'm holding it up properly. I put popcorn.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And again, we don't know whether he's going to play. If he does, we don't know whether he's going to come out in the starting 11. That would be something
insane.
else.
I'm going to go with
but he could come in the second half.
This emoji. That is his celebration that he loves to do. Look, I just sent it. Sarah Salvador, you guys will see my name up there with this emoji. because that's the same celebration. Is this? It would be amazing to see him score. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but if he scores, of course, if he plays, if he scores in the Blaugrana jersey, celebrating like this with the Real Madrid players behind.
I don't want to jump ahead too far, but he does have a bit of a track record against Real Madrid.
Yes,
is that or is that section now? Or
yeah, we can talk about it right now.
I don't want to go too far ahead of ourselves.
No, yeah, Lewandowski knows exactly what it's like to score against Real Madrid. He scored 6 times against Los Blancos in 8 games. So 6 goals in 8 games, pretty good track record. And it happened both with when he was at Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. So 8 games in total.
And lest we forget, he scored 4 against them in 1 game in the Champions League semifinals in the first leg back in 2013. He was the first player to ever score 4 goals in a Champions League semifinal, and he did it against Real Madrid. They knocked Real Madrid out of the Champions League that year. Then they went on to the final. Of course, they fell against Bayern Munich, which would end up being Lewandowski's next team before going into Barça. So it's kind of like 6 degrees of separation. Everything is connected in this little circle. In this case, just a couple of degrees. But yeah, Lewandowski has had success, to say the least, against Real Madrid.
I love how you say slowly. Tension, make it dramatic.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are going to get more into our predictions and lineups, but before we do that, I have prepared a true or false for live chat and for Mike Toll here. So there's 5 questions. We're going to put it on the screen.
Can we warn them first? You guys are going to have to help me. So as soon as you hear the true or false question, start sending in your answers, because Sarah has basically told me that she's going to make it so difficult that I can't possibly get them correct.
No, I think they're going to be relatively easy for you. And I think the live chat is very intelligent.
Relatively.
No, you're going to see. Live chat is great. They know all their stats in the back of their head, so they're going to be helping you. Live chat.
Oh, they're already answering and they haven't even seen the questions.
We haven't even seen the questions and you guys are answering.
Wait a sec. Don't get ahead of yourselves.
So just drop true or drop false for the questions that we have on the screen. Okay, Mike. First one is up here. True or false? Aubameyang scored 2 goals in the last Clásico. We're starting it easy. If you know the answer?
Yeah.
You know the answer?
I do know the answer.
What is the live chat saying? I think everyone should know this one. This is a pretty relatively easy one. So remember, the last Clásico ended in a 4-0 win. That was a league match. And that happened at the Santiago Bernabeu, a very magical night that we will never forget. So I'm asking, did Aubameyang score 2 goals that night? True or false? Drop it on the live chat. What are you seeing?
It looks to me like everybody knows the answer to that, and they're thinking what I'm thinking.
Yeah?
So, they're asking if you're starting the game against Real Madrid.
I'm not starting the game.
Oh, no?
I'll be there on the pitch.
But we don't know yet.
Filming.
Because they haven't made the lineup yet. We don't know.
True or false? I think.
Can I answer
Go
that?
for it.
Okay, it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Aubameyang scored 2. Who
He
else
scored the first goal and the last goal of the game. Also, Araujo.
Yeah.
And Ferran Torres.
In
that order. Alba,
Yeah,
Araujo, Ferran, Alba. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
You're right. Everyone's saying true. I think you have to update the live chat because there's so many comments.
No, it's too fast.
Now we're seeing lots of trues. D-Realtor Salvage is saying true. Mr. Abu is saying true. Okay, guys, this is very easy. Let's go to the next one. This is too easy for you guys. This will be the 3rd Clásico played in the USA. But as you know it, true or false? Will be the 3rd Clásico played in the United States of America. What are they saying?
I'm going to need help with this one.
You're going to need help?
Yeah, I have no idea. Third Clásico in the United States, not the 3rd Clásico outside of Europe.
Played in the USA. BT is saying false. Sean Duarte is saying false. CHRD is saying false. Arts Fuchs is saying false. Maury Hay is saying speak Persian. I'm going to say false in Farsi, in Persian, or Dorosnist. There you go. Diego Cornejo is saying false. Wow, okay. What do you think the answer
Mr.
is?
Cute Animal says true. Abdul Ahmad says true. All these now trues are coming in after we said false.
What is the answer?
The answer is false.
The answer
I
is
see
false.
a lot. I'm astounded by the number of true answers here. We know that it's false because the only other Clásico played in the United States was the one we discussed earlier, 2017 3-2 victory at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Exactly.
It's actually the 4th El Clásico played outside of Europe. There was one in Saudi Arabia. There was one, I think, in Venezuela a long time ago. And
yeah.
the 2 Clásicos now in the United States, Miami and now Las Vegas.
Yes.
So, false.
False. The answer is false.
The end of it.
This will be the second Clásico play. Let's go to the third true or false.
Why are all these trues coming in afterwards? Are people just like trolling us?
No, maybe it's coming from the last question. All right. I gave this away. If you guys were listening to what I was talking about before, you guys will know the answer to this. Lewandowski has scored 5 goals against Real Madrid. True or false? If you guys were listening, we can go ahead and reveal this one because I'm sure you guys know. What's the answer?
Yeah, you just said it a couple minutes ago, so it's false, right? Yeah, otherwise I wasn't listening either. And yeah, it's false. We know that he scored 4 in one game, which was amazing, and a handful of others.
Yes, I'm seeing the Life of Ellie is saying false. It's 6 goals. Prince Kun is saying 6 goals. Martik is saying, Zafran is saying 8. No, he played in 8 Clasico or in 8 games against Real Madrid, and he scored in 6 of them. Mac is saying no, he scored 6. Good job, guys. You know your stats very well. I'm proud. And you guys are listening. Great listeners here on the live chat. All right, let's go to the 4th true or false.
There's one more question?
There's 2 more questions.
Oh my.
There's 2 more questions. All right. The venue for El Clásico, which will be played at the Allegiant Stadium, has a capacity of 65,000 seats.
Exactly 65,000?
True or false?
All right, I'm definitely going to need help on this one.
True or false, guys? Where we are playing tonight in Paradise, Nevada, Las Vegas. Capacity 65,000, the Allegiant Stadium.
I'm waiting for some answers here to pop up.
By the way, you guys are probably seeing a lot of people walk behind us. There's a pool right next to us on the right. We're at our hotel. There's a pool right there, and that's why there's so many people walking with their swimsuits, getting ready to jump in the pool, which is very necessary with this heat. So, what are you guys saying? True or false?
Well, I'm seeing some answers from people here. They're saying that, Sarah, that's a trick question.
Trick question?
Yeah, that's a trick question.
Why?
Because Allegiant Stadium has a certain capacity for NFL games.
That's true. I saw that. I wanted to make
capacity.
I wanted to say that.
You know. Oh yeah, and then you played.
I wanted to say
and
that.
you try to play it off like what? Trick question? Yeah, she knows what she's doing. Sly.
Yeah. So
Sarah being slick.
But for football, soccer matches, what is the capacity?
Football or soccer?
Football, like football and Europe soccer here. The capacity is. I'm talking about that for El Clásico. The venue for El Clásico.
I don't know the exact number. I should know this. I know that it's like over 70,000.
Okay, well, they're saying here is...
It's 65. We know that for American football, for the Las Vegas.
No, it's also 65 for soccer as well.
65 for soccer?
Yeah, and expands more, I think, for American football.
Oh, really?
Yes, I think that's what it is. We're seeing lots of trues. Someone's already saying 70,000. No, it's 65,000 for soccer, if I'm not mistaken, and it increases depending on what match will be held.
I think the big question is tonight exactly. They'll announce the attendance.
It's a sold out game.
It's a sold out game. They will announce the attendance, and I have a feeling. Would you say 65,000 exactly for soccer?
Yes.
And expandable, but expandable for American football.
I think it was
the
American
field's
football.
bigger,
Exactly.
so there's not much space to expand. But my guess, and I'm not a betting man, even though we're in Las Vegas, is that the announced attendance will be over the official capacity of the stadium.
I also think that
more
will
on that in the next Culers Corner, and we may announce it on social media. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
When the attendance comes out after halftime of the game. But I have a feeling it's going to be over the number because they'll be standing room only. It's El Clásico.
It's El Clásico. No one's going to want to miss it. It's a sold out match. We'll see how many people end up attending the game. Let's go to the last and final question of true or false that we prepared for the live chat and for Mike Toll. This will be Barca's second time playing in Las Vegas. I'm not talking about El Clásico. I'm not talking about just in Las Vegas.
I think this precedes my time with Barca.
True or false, guys? Leave it on the live chat. True or false?
That is a tough one. That is a really tough one.
What is the live chat telling you?
The live chat's telling me that the heat is slowing down my phone. I see trues and falses.
Well, you gotta.
The statement was that this is the first time that we're playing
in. This will be Barca's second time playing in Las Vegas.
This is the second time playing in Las Vegas.
By the way, while you're thinking, Antonio Gonzalez Santana has just sent us €2 saying, what do you think about Pedri, Gavi, and Ansu? I think they're amazing. Thanks so much for your generosity. I think that these 3 players are the future of this team. We are so lucky to see these players live and in action training day by day. And I think they have so much talent and they're so humble. And
the best of all is they're extremely young still.
They're extremely young, and we just can't wait for what the future holds for them.
And definitely don't want to take anything away. These guys are outstanding, of course. Pedri was the golden boy last year. All these guys are rising stars. They're still not even close to having reached their full potential. And but I think that while we talk about Pedri, Gavi, and Ansu, who have been outstanding performers,
yeah,
I think we should definitely not forget about a lot of the other guys on the team, because this team, one of the reasons why it's provided so much excitement, even last season during stretches, we went on a long winning streak there in the wintertime. There are a lot of young players on this team. There are a lot of young players. It's not just Pedro, Ansu, and Gavi. There's Nico, there's Ferran. The list could go on and on. It's one of the great things that we've seen. We've seen this renewal, this rejuvenation of sorts of the team with good, solid young players. And time will tell, but the future is looking very, very bright indeed.
Question, let's say true or false, because we got to keep moving on. We have some more stuff to talk to you guys about before we close out the show. I'm going to give it away, or do you want to give it away with an answer that you found from...
I can't tell because the answers are too mixed.
All right. Well, I will give you Maury Heiss is saying true.
Yeah, I'm just going to say true. No, it's false?
It's false. Lazy Tomato is saying false. It's false, guys. This will be the first time we'll be playing in Las Vegas. All right. Now let's go ahead. And a lot of you guys are saying, Sarah, show the pool. Maybe we can show the pool for like a quick second. I can like turn it around. Mike, do you think it's okay? Mike, our producer, is in Barcelona. Everyone's asking for the pool, so I'm going to show you guys a very quick tour of the pool.
Enjoy the pool, guys. So Sarah's now going to give the grand tour of the pool, or at least a brief view there. Again, extremely lucky here that it's cloudy today, because it's much, much cooler in the shade than it is in the sun. So that's what a Las Vegas pool looks like.
That was our mini tour of the pool. I hope you guys enjoyed that, because a lot of you guys are asking to see the pool, so there you go. Now, before we get into our predictions for the game and our lineup predictions, let's go over the last Clásico. We've mentioned it before briefly. We won 4-0, goals from Aubameyang, 2 from Aubameyang, 1 from Araujo, and 1 from Ferran Torres. These are some of the pictures. For me, I was there. I was so lucky to witness this match live. It was incredible the way we composed the game, the way we just completely dominated the match was absolutely incredible. Xavi's first El Clásico as head coach of FC Barcelona, and it was one of those matches that will always remain in the history books of the club. And just look at the smiles on the faces of the players. Aubameyang with this famous, I don't know if it's like Goku celebration. We did a really cool edit with his hair on our socials. I'm sure you guys have seen that. This is my favorite picture right here of the Clásico, of that match.
Araujo was outstanding, and not just with the goal. He was great on defense all night long.
Amazing. What was your guys' favorite goal from this 4-0 win against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu? Remember, this was a league game. I can't remember what month it was.
It was in March.
Yeah. Good job. We got Mike the Encyclopedia with us here.
Don't ask me for the exact date.
All right. So, what was your favorite goal?
My favorite goal was probably the Araujo goal.
Yeah,
the Araujo goal, because we were clinging to not quite a big enough lead there, and the Araujo goal gave one more and really got us to believe. And it was great to have a defender coming all the way up to be able to penetrate.
Oh, of course. He was playing as right back.
Right, he was playing right back. We're going to get into that
because I know you have a special lineup prepared for the Culers here. Vicky Sean is saying Araujo's goal, duh, like it's so obvious. I love that because it was my favorite goal too. Abdullah Sohail is saying Ferran's goal. Jack is saying Ferran Torres.
Can we preface this by saying there's no wrong answer?
There's no wrong answer.
Any goal
Sean
against Real Madrid is a great goal.
It's a great goal. Juan Duarte is saying Alba's chip over Courtois. That was amazing. Alexandra is saying Alba's last goal. Joseph is saying Araujo. Torres. So many of you guys love that game, and you guys watched it. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tonight. We're hoping we can kind of repeat that and get some goals in. But let's go over. Also, you had this prepared. We did some cool memes on our socials when that happened. Let's see if we can get them on screen. If you want to guide the Culers through this. So the first one we have on screen is this.
So this was actually retweeting a graphic that we sent out before the game. That was Xavi's first El Clásico as a manager, and Xavi flying into the Bernabeu there, and he's on the computer. He's got the phone laid out with him and Iniesta, with the jerseys on the back, and Xavi there with the 2-6 game, checking it out on his computer. And at that point, it was before the game, the morning of the game, we posted this on social media, this graphic, and really had no idea what to expect. It was just trying to create a little bit of hype for the game. But then, of course, after the game, it was very clear that Xavi had arrived his status, because we posted this in the wake of the 4-0 dismantling, should I say, without going too far on it. But that's basically what it is, you know.
All right, let's go to the second one. Also, I love the details in this picture. Amazing.
Details were incredible.
Let's go to the second one. I think Xavi,
of course. Victory for Barça. Victory for Xavi. Xavi with a brilliant history throughout his playing career against Real Madrid, and just adding one more feather to his cap there. Again, it was his first game, because Xavi hadn't been the manager for Barça last fall when Real Madrid visited Barça at Camp Nou, and came away with a victory. So we had to wait for the return in La Liga. Of course, Xavi already had many weeks of experience under his belt, and man, putting up a 4-0 win at the Bernabeu
beautiful.
It's
special.
It's nothing to sneer at.
Definitely. Let's go to, I think, the last one that we have, or Mike, I'm not sure if we have more.
I don't know how many we're going to get here.
We have 4. There's 2 more left. I like some more of this. Kermit the Frog.
A little Kermit the Frog after the win, drinking the tea, the Barca tea, and of course, winning 4-0. I'll take this any day. Sure.
Do you guys like memes like these? Like, do you guys want us to continue doing this? Leave a 1 if you guys like memes like this. Leave a 2 if you don't. We want to please all our Culers around the world. So leave a 1 if you like for us to do more memes, more fun memes like this. And
that's something
if you don't.
And it's something we've been getting into just over the past season or so. It's something we didn't do in previous years. The reception seems to be pretty good, but obviously we need to know when to post the memes. We don't want to overdo it, and obviously they need to be lighthearted and fun, and this is just a prime example of that.
Let's go to the next one, and while we have the next one on screen, I want to read out some of the comments. Life of Ellie, Kylo, Iflo, and Ned are all saying 1. They all want the memes to continue. Vicky Sean is saying, we love the memes, we love this. So many 1s, guys, on the live chat. We have to continue for sure. The Culers love it, and whatever you guys want, we deliver. So
we're gonna do it, but we're not gonna overdo it.
Yeah, exactly. And this, I mean,
obviously, this is not a meme. This is just a picture of the scoreboard.
You don't need to really say much. This is like, just throw the picture out there. It does all the talking for you.
Right. No text needed. Kind of self-explanatory there. And this picture will go down in history, because it's just a feel-good thing when you can do that at the Santiago Bernabeu against your arch rival.
Exactly.
There's nothing that feels better than that.
We'll see what happens tonight. Looking at this scoreline makes me very excited and nervous for this game. So with that said, let's jump right into our lineup predictions. So this is what we're gonna do. We'll say our goalkeepers first. We'll start from the goalkeeper. We'll move up from each line of position.
Okay.
And we want you guys to also drop your guys' lineup as well. So we're gonna start with goalkeeper.
Okay.
I think we're gonna say the same so we can say it together.
Okay.
On 3, 2, 1.
Ter Stegen.
Okay. I'm sure you guys are also going with Ter Stegen. I'm gonna see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Yes, Baba G is saying Ter Stegen. Hapsi is saying Ter Stegen. Okay. Jawa TH is saying Ter Stegen. Okay, got it. Should we go to the defensive line?
I
You go first.
don't want to
Drop it down, guys, on the live chat.
So we're going to
Start with
left back.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we
Go
do
for
1, 2,
it.
3?
Yeah, you go. You do
you go
yours.
first.
Yeah.
At this point, for this game, as a starter, it's so hard to decide. I mean, I'm not like picking favorites or anything, but I'll just go with Jordi Alba.
Okay, and then
Center backs.
yeah.
I'm gonna go with. That's a hard
Jordi Alba?
decision. It's gonna go with Christensen, and I guess I'd go with Eric Garcia
Okay.
at center back, and I'd put Araujo at right back.
Okay.
I'd like to see him repeat in that position, like he did in the win at the Bernabeu. You know, if it isn't broken, don't fix it. And I think he can handle it.
All right. Right. I like it.
Are you gonna go with the back line too?
I'm gonna go with the back line. I'm gonna go with Jordi Alba. I'm gonna go with Araujo and Christensen.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna go on the right hand side. I know he typically doesn't play. I mean, I want to say Araujo because I feel like he might end up doing that. But just to change it up, maybe Alejandro Valde.
Yeah, I mean he's been good too. You could also go with Dest.
You can go with Dest as well.
He's American. He's the lone U.S. player that we have. Dest could very well crack the starting lineup. The reality is like we're not taking any favorites here. We're just like throwing names out.
Exactly.
But we like all of them, and any lineup is a good lineup.
Exactly. Ranu Chatiji, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, is saying Jordi Alba, Eric Garcia, Christensen, and Araujo. Jawad is saying Araujo, Alba Garcia, and Serginho Dest. All right.
I see Alba, Christensen, Araujo, and Dest.
Okay, let's go to the midfield. Mike, what are you going with?
Midfield. Clearly going to have to go with Pedri.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go with Gavi.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go with, Frankie de Jong.
Okay. I'm going to go with Pedri, Gavi,
Uh-huh.
and Kessie.
Okay.
I'm going to go with those three. And maybe you can bring on Frankie de Jong later on in the second half and bring that boost to the midfield if necessary. But I'm going to go. I really want to see Kessie in action again. He really impressed me.
It's such an unfair question to putting us on the spot like this because we have Kessie, of course.
There's so many good
Busquets.
players.
I mean,
okay, well, let's see. Abdullah, I like this one. Double pivot of Nico and Kessie. Okay, Kenel and Gustavo has the same prediction as mine. Pedri, Gavi, and Kessie. And let's see. Jaden Jacobo is saying De Jong and Pedri and Kessie. Raunca is saying Pedri, Gavi, and Sergio Busquets. Zenaldinho Jr. saying Pedri, Gavi, and Frankie. All right. I love it. It's all
hey,
it's a
they
mix.
agree with me.
It's a mix. And they agree with both of us. Exactly. All right. Front top. This is where the fun is. This is where the fun starts. What are you going with, live chat? Let us know your front three, or if you're going with a different formation, who your players are up top.
Yeah, we're basing this on a 4-3-3.
Exactly.
But of course, there could be several other ways to pull this one off. But now we'll go with the top three. Do you want to go first with the top three, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
It's so it's so hard.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, Lewandowski in the middle. I'm going to go with Ansu.
Mm-hmm.
I put him on the left wing.
Oh, that was a B. Oh my God, that's a B. I can't deal with these. Okay, sorry.
And Dembele.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with almost
But
the
it's
same
so
thing.
unfair. It's like I feel like I'm being really unfair because there's Memphis, there's Ferran. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, you're missing one.
How am I supposed to be
Rafinha.
Yeah, and Rafinha
It's
too.
okay. I'm going to go with
It's like,
Ansu
come on,
Fati,
man.
Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. That's going to be mine. You said Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, and Dembele.
I think hands
We'll see what
down,
happens.
we would like, and I think the fans would like to see. Obviously, like Xavi has to do what he wants to do.
Keep going, yeah.
But I think I think everybody would like to see, based on the popularity if we see the players on social media, everybody wants to see Ansu Fati and Robert Lewandowski out there on the Blaugrana strike force, not just for this game, but for all games. And then you have several other players to choose from to go on one of the wings. You have Dembele, you have Memphis, you have Ferran, you have Rafinha.
Exactly.
It's like, come on, man.
Aryaman is saying Dembele, Ansu, and Dembuz. Can you guys see that properly?
It's a full house.
It's a full house of strikers. We're very excited. So that is our lineup prediction. We love seeing your guys' prediction as well. We'll see what Xavi decides at the end. Whatever he decides, we go with it. We have complete trust in him, and we know he's going to pick the best starting 11 for this El Clásico, which will be played today at 8:06 p.m. local time here in Nevada at the Allegiant Stadium. Before we sign off, quick prediction, math prediction. The question we've all been waiting for.
Oh, man.
Your math prediction.
I'm going to say that we're going to repeat the score from the 2017 Clásico in Miami. I think we're going to win 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
I like that.
We scored 6 against Inter. Not the same as Real Madrid, but we clearly showed that we can score the goals. We beat them 4-0 last time. I don't know if I see us at this point in the season putting 4 past Madrid again. They are very potent offensively as well. I would love to see a clean sheet, obviously, like last time. But I see a very tight, hard-fought game because, again, it's for pride. They certainly don't want to have a repeat performance of the 4-0.
Exactly.
They're going to be fighting tooth and nail as well, but I see us coming out on top by a goal or 2.
Okay.
3-2, 4-2.
So it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty
All
close
right.
game.
I'm seeing a lot of people saying Lewandowski will score a hat trick. We'll see if that happens. 3-1 Barça win for SOM-HI. Kenelum is saying 5-0 for Barça. Mateo is saying 4-0. Brian Elias is saying 4-1. Salohai Sabri is saying 4-2. Sabha King is saying 5-0. I'm going to go with Alexander. And Alexander said it's going to be 3-0. Trust me. And I like that. We got to trust him. I'm going to go with 3-0 for this match. I think we're going to score 3 goals. And I think our back line is strong and we're going to keep a clean sheet. That's what I'm hoping. Did you like Culers Corner? Did you enjoy it?
Was brilliant. It's great.
Yeah?
And thanks to all you guys for all the comments, because without your help, I would have failed the true-false test.
No, you did great. You did great in the live
I still
chat.
got 1 wrong.
You got 1 wrong out of 5. It's very impressive. Well, Culers, we've hit the hour mark. It's now time to sign off. We hope you guys enjoyed this 1-hour talk about Lewandowski, our brand new signing, and of course the upcoming Clásico that we played tonight. We're so excited. If you guys are here in Las Vegas, make sure to come out and support the team. We'll be on all of our social media giving you guys all of the latest, so make sure you guys follow us, subscribe, tune into everything on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, all those good platforms. And yeah, that's going to be all from us today. If you want to do the intuition challenge together real quick and sign off, the clap.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right, we usually do this with Georgina.
We have to close our eyes?
So we close our eyes, and at the same time, we clap to see if we have a good chemistry.
Okay.
Ready? I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1.
But then there's no intuition.
No, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then from then on, you can choose when you want to clap.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
that's it, guys.
Time.
First time. Let's go for the win against Real Madrid and El Clásico. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Isca Barça. Ciao.
Bye.